can see your teens or maybe your middle schoolers jumping on this first creative idea, and it's this: make your own embroidered patches. Patches are kind of like a bumper sticker for your jeans or your backpack or your jacket. They are the it way to express yourself, which lines up quite nicely because embroidery is also having a moment. Georgana Hall combined the two and is bringing embroidered patches to our creative corner today. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
This just is, it's bright, it's happy. Tell me about the big idea.
Well, I love embroidery, and I love this trend of seeing embroidery on clothing, on backpacks, on shoes. And I think it's really a fun way that you can express yourself and DIY it to, you know, have your own personality with your patches.
Well, I don't know a lot about patches. That's way too cool for my school, right? The kids are way into those, teenagers and preteens alike. The store-bought patches, though, I've noticed are really thick, extremely durable, and I kind of worry you wouldn't be able to replicate that look with a DIY version.
We can totally do it.
Really?
Yes. Yes, and so it really depends on if you use the type of material. So like this is just a cotton fabric. You could use like a thick cotton, or excuse me, canvas fabric that would make it thicker.
Okay.
And then also using a felt. So those are the different ways that you can, you know, replicate that thick patch fill and still really make it look cool.
Well, let's expand our supply list then. So felt or canvas, whatever you choose. What other supplies do we need?
Okay, so my favorite thing as I've been exploring the patches is being able to have fun artwork. And so you can buy sheets that already have the artwork printed right onto this.
Okay.
And what's so cool about this is it's actually a wash away pattern. And so what you do is you choose the pattern that you're going to stitch, and you just get your scissors and you start cutting it out, whichever one you want to use.
Does it have to be a detailed cut?
No, see, I just kind of rough cut it. And then what it is, it's actually a sticker. So this peels back off. If I can get it.
Well, that's clever.
Yes, so it peels back, see that? And it actually has like a porous surface. And so then you just take and put it right onto wherever you're going to stitch, and you stick it on like that.
And then you do your stitching, you add the color and the thread, and then rip it away.
Yeah, so then, like, see, this one I have in my hoop.
Right.
And this one I adhered onto felt. So you could do it on lots of different surfaces. And so then you just start stitching right along the line. So it's really nice because you're just following the lines. And so you don't have to be an artist. If you want to be an artist, buy it blank. And then you can print your own art.
Yeah,
you could draw your own. I know. I'm on this bandwagon right here. It's having my art. And what's so nice is it's really easy to stitch through. So your needle just goes right down and up, and then when you're done, you run underwater, and this pattern dissolves away, and you're just
the actual like fabric part dissolves away.
Yes, it dissolves away, so then you're just left with your stitching.
Stop it.
Yeah, so when you're all done.
That's like a magic trick.
It is. It's like magic embroidery paper.
Let's call it that, can we?
So it's so fun because it literally just dissolves away underwater.
Okay, cool. Any trick to the stitching? Because these are very tight and uniform. It looks really slick.
Yeah, so when you're working, the tighter the stitch, it's gonna take longer. So for instance, like this cute little globe that I did here, this took me probably 4 hours.
Oh my goodness.
And so, but you can see I did a ton of stitching in there.
Right.
So it takes a while. Something like this one where I just did all back stitches, that doesn't take as long. And so this is just so fun for any age to, you know, jump on and start stitching, because you can do it quickly, you can take more time, and how fun would it be to have all your like tweens over and have them all stitching and making their own like patches? It'd be so fun.
What a party. Is this this type of style you can buy, or is this unique in the design?
I would say it's totally unique, and that's what you want, right? It's to stand out and to express your personality. All
right, let's talk about the application. We've made it. It's darling. We love it. Now, where are we putting it?
Okay, so the next step is there's lots of different ways you can do it.
Okay.
So this one I have put onto felt. So I took some heat and bond, you know, like the stuff that you iron on. So here's the glue, and I would have taken this patch, put it down, and then ironed it, okay?
Okay.
And then that creates the adhesive. So if you were putting it onto fabric, say to jeans or to a shirt, this would be the perfect application to use that, because then it would iron right on and adhere.
Permanent.
It would be permanent.
It's there. Okay.
The next thing that you can do is my favorite, and everyone's going to go out and buy this.
What is
this? This is a thermal web. It's a peel and stick fusible, and it's permanent. So think like those Boy Scout patches that take forever to stitch on.
Right.
Okay, this is a tape. Yeah. And you just peel it off, and then you cut it.
I don't know a lot about Boy Scouts, but I know I've heard that patch business can be a little tricky.
And it takes a minute to peel it off, so it might be kind of hard to do on camera, but this literally is so sticky, and you can peel it back and then put it on your patch, and it would adhere. That's what I did right here with this cute mermaid.
So even with the uber thick, like Boy Scout type thickness patches, that's going to hold?
Yes.
Wow.
So like when I was doing this cute little mermaid,
Let's
I'm
try
like,
this.
how am I going to get her to stick? And I immediately went to my peel and stick fusible because it's permanent and it sticks so good. Yeah.
This is adorable on a poppy teal backpack. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Well, think of the search that happens every September as everybody tries to get that original backpack, right, that no one else will have. No one else is going to have that.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and I think it's fun to mix because I did the patch and then I also did some embroidery on the pocket because I knew that that would be easy to get in and stitch her on there. So I did the same thing with the fusible, or excuse me, the sticker. I just stuck it on and stitched right on that pocket. So it adds fun to put the embroidery both places.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of plays off of the similar look in different ways. I see a shoe. Can it go on a shoe?
Yes.
Head to toe?
So that's where I was like, okay, for this shoe, you can't iron it on. So you have to have this peel and stick.
Where do we get that, by the way?
The peel and stick? Any craft store.
Okay.
Any major craft store will have this.
Kind of one of those little known products that people wish they would have known about 10 years ago?
Exactly. Yes, yes. So everyone's going to want that because it's permanent. So I would just cut out my little globe here, and then I would use my peel and stick that on the cute shoe, and it would stick.
Okay.
Neat, huh?
All right, and then can you make it into a pin?
Absolutely. So that's what's nice. If you want it to not be permanent, then put a pin back on it, and then you can move it around if you want it on a shirt, a scarf, from
a backpack to the shirt.
Yeah.
Like we are just switching up our style.
Exactly.
Now, as far as the embroidery thread, we kind of glossed over that. No pun intended. Anything good? Any better options?
I love this thread. You can get embroidery thread by the spool.
Okay.
Like it's changed my life. So you don't have to like peel apart those skeins of thread anymore.
Okay.
This is embroidery floss, and it comes just like this on a spool, and then you cut off how much you want, and you don't have to pull it apart. If you want to double it up, you could add as many strands as you want, but it's so easy to travel.
Double up the thread as you stitch.
So if you want it to be a thicker thread.
Okay.
So this is my favorite. It's called Sulky Embroidery Floss, and it's a 12 weight. Love it.
Well, and look at all the fun colors.
Oh, a rainbow of colors.
What are some great ways to learn different stitches? You talked about the different stitches you used on the different designs.
Backstitch and satin stitch are all you need to know to start working on your backpack.
Got to be a YouTube video for that, right?
There is. There's YouTube's, Pinterest. That's where I go to learn all my embroidery stitches.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And where do we get our hands on that transfer paper, too?
Adornit.com. You can find all these fun designs.
Okay.
And start stitching away.
You've hooked us up with the sources, with the style, and with this fun new application for two trends in one. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Great to see you. All right.